Hi everyone, welcome to my TED Talk. My name is Mackie and I am a teacher candidate in Brock University. In one of our courses, we were asked to create a Genius Hour project. The whole idea of a Genius Hour project is that we will dedicate a set amount of time per week to work on something that we want to learn about. We were asked to create a Genius Hour question and use that hour every week to do our research or conduct our studies. In my case, my question was, how will freestyle dancing for 15 minutes a day, 21 consecutive days affect my personal well being? Now, why did I come up with this question? Well, despite not having a single professional training in my life, dancing has always been my passion. I used to join in dance competitions and perform in shows when I was young. I only stopped dancing after graduating nursing school because, like most people say, you're in a real world now. For about 10 years, I was just focusing on earning more money and how to advance my nursing career. But on that process, I developed panic attacks and even had depression. Despite that, I kept on pushing my limits until one day I was sent to the hospital because my heart rate would not go down. I even lied about it and told everyone at work that it was just because I had too much caffeine. But deep inside, I knew it was a wake up call. I had a realization that money and career isn't everything, and none of it matters if I'm not mentally and physically healthy. So in 2018, I started revisiting my old hobbies, which is music and dance. I signed up for drop in dance classes and even shared my progress in social media. Being around people who has the same passion as you was surely an easy solution for my mental health. I made a lot of friends in the dance studio and collaborated with other creators to produce dance videos. I was in my element. My mental and physical health has improved a lot. But then the pandemic happened and everything stopped. The dance studio was closed, all that motivation was gone out of the window. I gained over 15 pounds in a few months, stopped producing creative content online, and I was back to my old schedule, where work is all I do. I started getting panic attacks again. I get better at dealing with it though. Although it's not as bad as before, it still disrupts your daily living. So when we were asked to do something that we were passionate about, I knew it has something to do with dancing. But here's the thing, I was always dancing for a reason. For a performance, to shoot a video, or even as simple as to learn a routine. There was always a reason. So I asked myself, what happens if I just dance for the sake of just dancing? What happens if I just let myself get lost in the music and let my feeling dictate how I move? No videos or any sort of documentation. I was so curious. Was it really dancing that helped my mental health that time? Was it because I was creating something artistic? Or was it the socialization aspect of it and being around people who share the same passion as me? So I started mixing a 15-minute dance music of my favorite artists, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, and Britney Spears. I was very pumped to start working on this project. I was so excited and was very hopeful of a positive result. I made 5 questions that I would ask myself every week. Number 1, how do I feel after 15 minutes of dancing each day? Second, was 15 minutes too long, too short, or just right? Third, was I consistent with my schedule? Fourth, did I notice any changes on my dance moves? And lastly, if I have noticed any other changes. Let me just say that today, as I am talking to you, I haven't finished this project yet. I'm still on day 18, so I have 3 days left. But let's talk about what happened on those 18 days. In the beginning, I was so excited. I thought to myself, how hard can this be? I mean, like a physical workout, you will only get better at something the more you do it, right? So I turned on the music and started dancing. It was fun in the beginning until I started losing breath. I was so out of shape. I thought I was so close to finishing 15 minutes already. But when I checked, 5 minutes. 5 minutes! What? The type A in me didn't want to stop, so I just modified my dance moves to something less strenuous. By that, I mean literally, just stepping side to side. So I finished it. It felt good, and I was proud of myself. Checking something off my to-do list made me feel like I was productive. I was consistent, and in fact, on day 8, I was able to dance the whole 15 minutes without modifying my dance moves. I was confident that everything was going to turn out well, and I will for sure get a positive result with this Genius Hour project in the end. But on day 9, which was a Monday, things turned differently. If you don't know, I am working full time and in school full time. And on that week, I was scheduled to work 6 days. I had a presentation to prepare for that day as well, so I switched my priorities and just skipped day 9 and just started working on assignments instead before going to work that night. After that, I rushed to work for my night shift. By the way, since I started school, I've been cutting my sleep an hour less just so I could get things done. I just want to mention that as that contributes to what's going to happen next. Yeah, so while I was at work, I couldn't help but think about school. The idea of missing and submitting late assignments just doesn't sit right with me. I was already so physically and mentally tired this time, so around 4 a.m., I had an anxiety attack at work. That's when I knew I was overwhelmed and sleep deprived. I'm starting to think I'm putting too much on my plate. Days 10 and 11th, I just felt like I had to dance just so I won't miss more days. On day 12, I skipped. And I took one day off from work and just gave myself a well deserved rest. That really made a big difference. I felt motivated again on day 13th. I felt recharged and was ready to do things again. This time, I moved my dancing schedule to the beginning of my day instead of before bedtime. That way, I could immediately check something off my to do list. Plus, it's a good idea to start your day with a cardio workout. That feeling of productivity at the start of the day puts me in a good mood. I was so pumped on day 13 that I did a full body workout for an hour and a half after dancing. On days 14 to 18, I noticed I was doing spins and floor work and I started singing along while dancing. I wish I had a video of it, but I purposely didn't film myself while dancing for this project because I didn't want that as a distraction. I know I would start criticizing my own performance if I did, and that would defeat the purpose of this project. I just wanted to dance and let the music take over my body without worrying about how I look. I know this project isn't done yet, but so far, here's what I learned. I did not plan this well. 15 minutes every day is too much. It isn't practical to incorporate it in my busy life. A Genius Hour project was supposed to be an hour, but I ended up spending at least 10 hours a week because I didn't anticipate the time it will take to blog about this, create a movie trailer, or even prepare for this TED Talk. And because of this, I was constantly rushing, and there were days where I didn't really enjoy it because I just want to get things done. Instead of making me feel better, it made me more anxious. I'd say 10 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week would be enough. I can even incorporate it on things that I have already been doing. I try to work out 3 times a week, so instead of running for 10 minutes for cardio, I can just dance. It does the same thing and it makes me feel good. And lastly, it doesn't matter how much I love to dance, if I don't get enough sleep, it would not do my mental health any good. I have 3 days left to finish this project, but I know even when this project is over, this is something that I would want to continue to do. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.